Hey everyone, it's time for us to return to our quest to review every Scooby-Doo movie. So welcome to the team up of the century with Straight Outta Nowhere, the Scooby-Doo and Courage the Cowardly Dog movie.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now.
It seems fitting that the two cowardly canines finally meet, as the success of the Scooby shows and movies on Cartoon Network helped lead to the creation of Courage, even having episodes of that series appear as bonuses on the Scooby film VHS. For those unaware, Courage the Cowardly Dog is a series about a mysterious place called Nowhere, a vast stretch of nothingness where strange, supernatural, alien, and everything else weird that can happen does happen. Courage and his owners, Eustace and Muriel, live on a farm that seemingly grows nothing, and he simply has to deal with random goings-on. The long-awaited crossover has the gang arriving in Nowhere after chasing down Scooby-Doo, who's drawn there because of a mysterious signal that's taking control of him. Meeting up with Courage, it becomes obvious that they're not the only ones under the effect, because the two dogs, as well as some giant bugs, are also being affected by this signal, leading to an investigation of it and other strange happenings in the town. Now, this is a series about reviewing Scooby-Doo movies, but I've got to say, this is a Scooby movie in name only. The gang feel mostly like guest characters in a Courage episode, and are kind of a poor fit for it. The animation style clashed with the Courage characters, and the general humor just puts them as outsiders. Which is pretty obvious for two reasons why things don't quite feel right. The first being that this was originally pitched as an episode of Guess Who Scooby-Doo, which is more silly and traditionally cartoony, and might have been a better fit. What with being a throwback to the old Scooby-Doo movies with the guest star characters like the Harlem Globetrotters and Phyllis Diller. But the thing is, those stories weren't nearly as long as this. This thing's over an hour long and it really feels like it's stretching its runtime. There's a major padding problem going on in this film as it tries to justify its length. The second problem being that this film was made without any input from the original Courage creator, John R. Dilworth. It was put into the hands of the Scooby-Doo Guess Who writer, Mike Ryan, who, while good, while funny, is not really the proper voice to put out the Courage stories. Pairing Scooby-Doo with Courage, whose humor is far more goofy, over-the-top, outrageous, does not really fit for me, especially with this style, and especially with this length. 15-minute Courage stories are great. Half-hour-long Courage stories are great. Hour-plus long Courage stories crammed with the Scooby-Doo gang? Not so much. I wanted to love this film, but it was overly long, stuffed with music numbers that didn't quite fit, animation that sort of clashed, styles that didn't mesh well, and it just didn't feel like it serviced either properties well. The film unfortunately marks the final act and credit of Theo White, the voice of Muriel, who passed away before the film's release. So yeah, Straight Outta Nowhere just doesn't really get a recommendation from me. It's one that I could really see you passing by. Unless you're the biggest of Courage fans, there are other better Courage stories out there. And there are more Scooby stories out there too, so join us next time for Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders.
Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the video though. Press subscribe so you're notified when I upload again.